Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam and the country's second largest city by population. Its population in 2009 was estimated at 2.6 million for urban districts and 7 million for the metropolitan jurisdiction. The population in 2015 was estimated at 7.7 million people. From 1010 until 1802, it was the most important political center of Vietnam. It was eclipsed by Hanoi, the imperial capital of Vietnam during the Nguyễn Dynasty, 1802 to 1945, but Hanoi served as the capital of French Indochina from 1902 to 1954. From 1954 to 1976, it was the capital of North Vietnam, and it became the capital of a reunified Vietnam in 1976, after the North's victory in the Vietnam War. The city was occupied by the Imperial Japanese in 1940 and liberated in 1945, when it briefly became the seat of the Viet Minh government after Ho Chi Minh proclaimed the independence of Vietnam. However, the French returned and reoccupied the city in 1946. After 9 years of fighting between the French and Viet Minh forces, Hanoi became the capital of an independent North Vietnam in 1954. During the Vietnam War, Hanoi's transportation facilities were disrupted by the bombing of bridges and railways. These were all, however, promptly repaired. Following the end of the war, Hanoi became the capital of a reunified Vietnam when North and South Vietnam were reunited on July 2, 1976. Hanoi is located in northern region of Vietnam, situated in the Vietnam's Red River Delta, nearly 90 kilometers, 56 miles, away from the coastal area. Hanoi contains three basic kind of terrain, which are the Delta area, the Midland area and mountainous zone. In general, the terrain is gradually lower from the north to the south and from the west to the east, with the average height ranging from 5 to 20 meters above the sea level. The hills and mountainous zones are located in the northern and western part of the city. The highest peak is at Ba Vai with 1,281 meters, located west of the city proper. Hanoi features a warm humid subtropical climate with plentiful precipitation. The city experiences the typical climate of northern Vietnam, with 4 distinct seasons. Summer, from May until August, is characterized by hot and humid weather with abundant rainfall. As the capital of Vietnam for almost 1,000 years, Hanoi is considered one of the main cultural centers of Vietnam, where most Vietnamese dynasties have left their imprint. Even though some relics have not survived through wars and time, the city still has many interesting cultural and historic monuments for visitors and residents alike. The Old Quarter, near Hon Kim Lake, maintains most of the original street layout and some of the architecture of Old Hanoi. A city between rivers built from lowland, Hanoi has many scenic lakes and is sometimes called City of Lakes. Among its lakes, the most famous are Hon Kim Lake, West Lake, and Bay Mo Lake, inside Thong Hat Park. Hanoi is sometimes dubbed the Paris of the East for its French influences. With its tree-fringed boulevards, more than 24 lakes and thousands of French colonial-era buildings, Hanoi is a popular tourist destination. Since 2014, Hanoi has consistently been voted in the world's top 10 destinations by TripAdvisor. It ranked 8th in 2014, 4th in 2015 and 8th in 2016. Hanoi has rich culinary traditions. Many of Vietnam's most famous dishes, such as pho, cha ca, banh cuon and cam are believed to have originated in Hanoi. Perhaps most widely known is pho, a simple rice noodle soup often eaten as breakfast at home or at street-side cafes, but also served in restaurants as a meal.